All right. So the segment coming up next is my first fire segment. Robert gave his first fire segment. It was Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland. Hangman Page had just defeated.
I'm leaving, bro. I'm out of here, bro.
Hangman Page had just defeated Tomohiro Ishii, and out comes Swerve Strickland.
And what a match that was.
Well, yes. Well, that's a separate review. We're not talking about that. We're talking about Swerve and Hangman, okay?
Yeah.
And Swerve came out and Hangman had gotten involved in his title match. So Swerve had to come out and say that, you know what, I feel sorry for you because you're obsessed with me. And Hangman called him a piece of shit. He brought up how he broke into his house, right? And he said, you never beat me. You never beat me fair and square. So...
Didn't he? I don't know.
No, 2 times there was interference, and the third one was a time limit draw, and one of them was a triple threat. So Prince Nana helped him twice, so that he brought that up. But anyways, lots of fiery looks at each other for anyone who was not on YouTube watching these pictures. They're looking at each other all pissed off, man. And Swerve Strickland, the one story he brought up another story, not only breaking into his house, but he staked out his house and like stalked him and looked at him for like a while, and he saw him taking his wife to the hospital, and he basically told him, you know what, you're not cut out for this. You should just go home and be a family man.
Man, that's exactly what I said, bro. I said the same thing. You should go be a family man or go drink himself to death. But can you stop being on my screen?
God, I love this though, man.
Swerve are completely aligned here.
To me,
just go home.
This was the pinnacle of wrestling. This was exactly what you have to do. You have to get 2 guys who have a beef and have them fucking hate each other and call each other bad names. Talking shit. Anyway, so Hangman Page, after the steel cage match was set up for All Out, he walks off, which Taz did mention was kind of weird that he walked off. All right, let me hear some reviews. Robert, you gave this a thumbs up. I'll give you a minute if you want to talk about this. So you like this?
Yes, I like this. I didn't like it anywhere nearly as much as you did, but I did like it. Now, this feud itself, I wish it was over because they had a pretty long feud already where they fought, I think, in 3 straight pay-per-views. Okay, but all right. I try not to think about it when judging this segment. This segment by itself was pretty good. Those technicalities that Swerve mentioned about how he won those matches, how Swerve beat him. I didn't remember any of that, but okay. Thanks for bringing up those details. I forgot. All I remember was Swerve won all 3 matches. That's all I remember. And I was done with it after their 3rd match. But okay, whatever. As much as I'm not feeling this feud, this segment was still cool.
All right, well, Vlad, you did mention in your review that you sent me that you skipped over the. Oh no, you didn't skip over this. You did watch it. Okay, I'm sorry. So I'm reading the wrong one. You just gave this an indifferent. You don't like it, and you don't hate it. You don't like it as much as me, definitely. If you want to give a review, it's up to you. Any thoughts you want to give?
I'll just be quick. I mean, after you drink someone's blood in a match, I don't really know if there's any more you can do in a feud. I think this has all been done. They've had numerous matches. I thought it came to an end. I don't know what KAYHAN'S so in love with this about. Like, okay, it's a feud that just is a never-ending feud. Like that, when the guy has already been beaten, and Swerve is the guy that they're pushing. I don't know now if that's the case, if they're still going to be pushing him over Hangman, so I don't really understand.
Isn't the thought of a never-ending feud kind of unique? I mean, 2 guys who really hate. Why does a feud have to end just because somebody lost or won? Like, oh, I lost. Now, it doesn't change the fact that he hates him and that he broke into his house and that he staked out his family.
So should feuds go on until both guys are just not in wrestling anymore?
Hey, to me, this one just looks good, and it makes sense, and I feel Hangman's anger, and I like it, honestly.
Well, I will say, since he's come back kind of crazy, his facial expressions have been better, and he does look a little bit more realistic and believable. So I'm going to give him a little bit of props that maybe this character development there's something there. There's something you could build on.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he's completely useless. I just think the way he's been booked and everything that he's done prior has kind of made him useless to me. If anybody still loves Hangman, whatever, man. I don't understand it, but okay. But this feud, I don't know. I don't really understand the point of it anymore. But I mean, they're gonna have a bloody match in a cage. Okay, they're gonna drink some more blood, I guess, and maybe somebody will be set on fire, and we can all go home. I don't know. Maybe that's it. I don't know what else to say.
The fact that Hangman drank Swerve's blood, these two are gonna be linked for all of eternity.
Kayan, to answer your question about shouldn't it be cool for some feuds to never end? That depends. So I can give you an example of one that I don't mind. Christian versus Edge. Right? But there's a very big difference with that one. They have so much history together. We've watched them. They've been linked together for pretty much their whole careers. So for them to have a never-ending feud, it makes sense. That would be like an exception where I'm like, okay, yeah, cool, keep fighting over and over again. That's fine. But Swerve and Hangman, I'm not feeling it. I still thought that the segment was cool, but I'm just not feeling the feud continuing.